Hey there, friends. Welcome back to Funko Friday. This is episode 17. Today I wanted to take a look at one of my favorite characters from the classic days, I guess you could say. This is She-Ra from the Masters of the Universe brand, I guess you could say. So She-Ra is kind of a spin-off of the He-Man show, which was from 1983. And there's a reason why I'm into this figure. I think it's probably the best looking figure of these pops, but this is from the whole Masters of the Universe line. I'm very tempted to get all of them, to be honest. I'm a big fan of like the original He-Man show and the comics and a lot of that stuff, mostly from my dad. He also loves them as well. But um uh yeah, this is She-Ra. She's the sister to He-Man. If you didn't know, she made her debut in 1984, and she's kind of like the Princess of Power. She's like the spin-off series. I think it's an excellent series. You know, even if it is a little bit outdated with the animation, I do think that it is a pretty awesome show today. And this is that version. I think it's supposed to be She-Ra from like, it's like a mix of her design from the show, from Filmation, and the original toy. So it's supposed to be like a fusion of those two. This is part of the Pop Retro Toys line, Masters of the Universe, number 38. There's her there, looking gorgeous. Nothing really special from the packaging, I guess. There's the side. There's the other side with the iconic red rocks on the packaging. There's the top. There's the bottom. And here's the back with the other figures you can get. You can also get Grizzlor, Terraclaw, Skeletor. I do plan to get Skeletor and He-Man at some point as pops for sure. I almost got He-Man. I decided I'll wait a little bit. There's also Cobra Khan and King Randor. They've got a ton of them. I wish they have Teela. I'm waiting for Teela. Where is my Teela pop? Okay, Funko, get on it. Where is it? Anyway, I do wish they had Skeletor. They don't have him like just normal with his staff for some reason. That's a little odd to me, but there is the back, and the box is going away. And there's also a pop in the background. We'll take a look at her in a minute. But here's She-Ra looking beautiful. It's probably one of the most prettiest pops, I think, that I've seen. Just in terms of the colors, like it just really pops. No pun intended. Okay, you know what? Pun intended. Because like it's so brightly colored. It's like very nice. It's easy on the eyes, let's say. Unless you don't like animated things, and it's probably not. But like I said, this She-Ra is supposed to be kind of a mixture of the animated version and the toy? The original toy, which kind of looks like a Barbie doll, which might be kind of hilarious because it's supposed to be a ripoff, maybe? Okay, whatever. Um, so yeah, here's the figure. It is a phenomenal figure, in my opinion. She does have a stand. She's one of the figures that does have a stand because I guess she doesn't really stand that well. No, well, okay. She does stand up fine without it, but she's kind of top heavy, so you'll need this for her. It's just, I like the Funko Pops with stands. I kind of wish all of them came with it, but yeah, it's fine. And this one's not a bobblehead, so this one is a vinyl figure, so you can move her head a little bit. Like, you can move it pretty much like that, kind of halfway around, because her hair is a lot, so you can't move it too much. But I think it's enough. And she is kind of in this action-y kind of pose-ish, because she's standing there, but she does have her sword and her shield at the ready, so if something happens, she can jack someone up. Uh, just like her brother, right? I think the She-Ra series is just as strong of a show as the He-Man, the Masters of the Universe show was. In fact, there's just as much action in the She-Ra show as there is in He-Man, which I love. I'm a big fan of the She-Ra show as well. I think it has great villains, great stories, amazing characters, um, gorgeous animation, and amazing music too. I just think it's great. It's just great, I think. Um, and part of that was She-Ra herself, a very strong female hero, which is kind of what we need right now. I mean, we don't need it all the time, but I think it's still a great show to watch. And yeah, this pop is fantastic. You've got her, just everything is here. You've got her shield, you've got the sword, you've got her cape, her little mini dress is great. You got her, headdress with the blonde hair. I do wish that they would make a Princess Adora. That'd be kind of cool, like, so they can have two versions. I don't know which version they would make, though. They would probably go with the animated one, because there's not too many versions of her. But still, it would be really cool to get her. I wish I had Hordak to compare here, but sadly I do not. But let's take a look at her detailing, which is pretty awesome. The paintwork on mine isn't perfect. You'll notice some things are off center, like this design on her chest is a little bit off, than where it's supposed to be, but it's fine. The physical details here are great. Like, you got her mini dress, like the top bodice part is great with the blue jewel. If you can see that, sorry, it's a little hard to see. And the dress is great. You've got a little boots, which are cool. I like the fact that some of this is like a darker yellow, and then her blonde hair is like, standard yellow. I think that's really cool that they did that. The shield is great. I think the shield is from the toy. The shield is from the toy figure, the original. That's cool. It's really nice. You can see her hand kind of behind there. Very, like, every detail is here. Like, they did a great job with making her updated. They did do a She-Ra pop before, but it was much less detailed. I think it was based off the animation, actually, which is cool. But I think this one is much better because it's updated. It's much more, like, gorgeous looking, I think. It just looks more like her, And you've got the sword, which, again, is from the toy. It's a little bit different. But I think the mini dress is definitely from the show. You've got the boots, which are... It's kind of a mixture of things. You've got her cape, which is great. The red cape. It's a little bit of... It's like kind of flowing a little bit. Hard plastic, so it's not going to break. And yeah, I love the face as well. The face, if they messed up the face, oof. That would have really sucked. But no, they got the face perfect. Super good. You got the red jewel on the front of the headdress. I think this is a separate piece. So the headdress was like glued on, and then it just kind of goes around her head, which works really well. I love the blue eyeshadow. That's amazing. That's really awesome. You got the eyelashes there with the nose. I'm fine with there being no mouth. That's fine. I love the shaping of the headdress. It looks fantastic. Again, with that gold, like darker yellow, which works really well. But my favorite part is the hair. The hair is so good with the back of it, especially. You got the golden locks. It's just so perfectly done to me. Like, that is amazing. Like, it's so good. And it's so clean. There's no paint rubbing off. There's no, plastic coming off. It is excellent, the way they did the hair on this one. It's so good. And this pop looks amazing from every angle. And the fact that you can change the look of her by turning her head a little bit. You can make her, like, pointing her sword, or maybe, like, blocking an attack. It's so good. My only problem, it's, like, the most nitpicky of things. The upper part, like the bodice part of it here, it's not as well done as it could have been. You can see the strap up there and this part here. It could have been a little bit better, but it's fine. It's fine. It's just like a production thing. So yeah, I think this is the most coolest figure of the Masters of the Universe figures. I mean, they're all amazing, but I think this one just stood out to me. I mean, yeah, big fan of this one. But I want to bring in another favorite pop of mine. This is Rapunzel. This is the newer version, so it's like from the Princess Celebration. It's hard to pick between these two. I love them both for different reasons. I do think the Rapunzel is a little bit more impressive, because it's on a special stand and there's a lot more to it. But I think the She-Ra looks fantastic. They're both great. I mean, you can't really go wrong with any of them. But I don't know, man. I can't really pick a favorite. I, I guess recency bias. I guess I like She-Ra a tiny bit more. But yeah, they're both awesome. Rapunzel's a little bit taller because she has the Pascal on her head, and she has the stand that she's on. Um, so yeah, just a little bit of difference, but I love this one. By far a top 5 favorite pop for me. Just my experience. I mean, it helps I'm a fan of the show, and I like the original toy as well. I think maybe when I get the He-Man pop, it might change a little bit. It'll be cool to have them both like side by side at some point. But that's it for this one. Let me know what you think of the She-Ra pop. Do you like this one more than the original pop? Or do you like this new one better? Or are you a fan of like, Sorceress or Skeletor or He-Man? Like, which one do you like? Which one is your favorite of these Master of the Universe ones? Let me know. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the show, if you're a fan or not. And if you like the new She-Ra show, let me know what you think about that as well. That'll be it. Let me know what you think. Again, I always say that a lot. I'm trying not to, but yeah. Stay tuned for the next episode, which will be soon. And I will see you then. Take care. Have a great day, okay?